Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh dear. Oh dear. Welcome once again back to the Halls of Chaos. We're going to play some 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons. It's good to have you all with us again today. We are going to take this week to give another shot at two-hour sessions throughout the week. So we're going to continue with that formula for now as we move forward. There is also, I think the poll is still running, right? So if you guys want to go and vote on whether you prefer 4-hour-long sessions or 2-hour-long sessions, you can go to our link tree on what? Where do we find that?
You can find our link tree in any of our descriptions on any of our social medias. And those social medias are Instagram, where you're going to get most of our updates. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and right here on Twitch, just where we like you. And there's like a new button where you can subscribe to our channel now because we're affiliates, which is super exciting. So yeah, if you want to help us make more content, that is a great way. If you've been annoyed at like our mic setup or whatever, subscribe, and you can help fix that yourself.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's good stuff. Quick updates, just so you know what we're going to keep doing. We use narrative initiative, where all the players get playing cards when they're face up. They haven't used their turn in combat. They can decide when to put them face down and start their turn in combat. It makes combat move a bit faster in the earlier stages. Once it turns into a slugfest, we'll probably move over to rolled initiative. Also, we use a lingering wounds table, which has now actually officially been applied to one of our players. We'll see how that affects him. And finally, this is a science fantasy, science fiction setting, so magic works a little bit differently in a more technomancy kind of cyberpunk feel to it. It'll be a lot of fun. So, without further ado, I think that covers everything, and we can get into it. All right. Last session, Damage Control left Horizons Untold and settled into Deidre's apartment. They decided to go and speak with the Guild Hall in hopes of receiving payment for their work done in the Crowheart suburbs. There they met BP's older sibling, Kel, and a ward of the Sovereign of Defense named Wesley. Kel informed them that disappearances have gotten worse and continued the number of missing peoples. It's continued to grow from 22 previously to 54 in the span of a day and a half. Though this guild matter is pressing, Damage Control considered one issue with more priority still, and that would be Uralashai. So, starting to suspect Daz and Uralashai to maybe be the same person. And with coordinates sent to them from Daz, Damage Control traveled a short way from the Guild Hall to the location given them. Now, a large silk screen relays a news broadcast of a violent break-in at Horizons Untold the previous night, panning down past it into a large Mural Heights plaza down the street, covered in people, dressed out and about on their day's walk in the morning. Down an alley, dark, musty, damp from the spring rains, downstairs into darkness. We find Damage Control stands in the alley, and above them, about 20 feet up, Uralashai is perched in the darkness on a fire escape. And beneath him, Daz's dead body hangs by its neck. And there he is, Uralashai smiling in the dark. What would you like to do?
Why have you done this?
Oh, dear nephew, he was getting too close. You were getting too close. And in my time observing you for the past month or so, I think involving you would be of great interest. Because truly you all very much impress me with your skills and talents. What say you?
What is it you want from us?
Oh, it will be a perilous journey for you all. But from what I've seen, you are very capable. Very, very capable. You might have noticed some discomfort on your way here. that would have been, well, my associates, or maybe perhaps better described as me. As a big smile creeps across his face. You can see shifts in the shadows on the walls of the alley. Humanoid figures kind of crawling in the dark and surfacing in the solid walls, faces and bodies that look very similar to your Alashai, until they all kind of coalesce closer to the fire escape, and two of them peek their heads out of the walls as you see what looked like exactly like him smile at you and then slowly morph back into the walls. I would be lying if I told you you have a choice. Because you do not. I mean, you could spend your time doing whatever you'd like here, but your time is now very limited. Throughout your bodies now are imperceptible vibrations. And upon my will, they will match frequency with whatever organ and cause you to die. Any questions?
Does this have to do with the racial tensions?
Oh, of course. But you'll solve that soon.
Is that why you left in the first place? Long time ago.
Yes, it is. Your father and I had a falling out.
Do you believe the family betrayed our race?
Absolutely. But I am glad I have your help now, dear nephew.
If this is about a racial tension, why would you want the rest of us?
Because as I've watched you all individually, as well as together, you can really get things done. It's impressive. You know how to pull heists, you can sneak around, you can get into places, you can defend yourselves, you can attack. And you're unaffiliated. With, really the Vistilia Guild right now. You don't work for them anymore. And you're working for a guild that has basically nothing to do with the centers of defense, but also is connected enough to get you places among the magocracy. No one would suspect you people. Your time ticks away right now. It started 10 minutes ago. And you have 20 days.
20 days till what?
You die.
Unless we do what you want?
Unless you do what I want, yes. Precisely. She understands.
And what may that be?
You have 3 tasks. There are 3 things I want you to do for me. Now I gave you plenty of time to do them. You might be crunched, but as I've said, you've impressed me. First, I would like you to retrieve for me this, what they call the splitter weapon designs. Where those are, I do not know. That's part of your job.
You said the splitter?
Mm-hmm.
What is this weapon? What does it do?
If you would recall, 64 years ago, your sovereign of honor destroyed one of the 3 moons. Well, of course, the propaganda would not have told most people that it was his decision to do such a thing, but it is a weapon capable of breaking moons, breaking planets. Secondly, I need for you to retrieve for me the planetary defense algorithm. This is what allows for it keeps enemies from attacking the planet. It is the codes, the algorithm for the codes that keep the shields upon cities. It changes, so we need the algorithm, not the codes themselves. Any questions about that? No? Okay. Thirdly, I need you to send those planetary algorithms, defense algorithms, to the recipient I specify to you. From the personal or work terminal of the Sovereign of Defense himself.
We're sending them to the Sovereign of Defense?
You're sending them to me. From the terminal, either work or personal, of the Sovereign of Defense. To a recipient I specify, really. Not to me, personally. But I will give you the address when the time is right, and I know you have the codes, the algorithms for the codes. You have time. Plenty of time, really. From what I've seen you accomplish, you will do great.
Are they already en route?
Who? What?
We want the defense codes.
Oh. I'd hate to ruin the surprise.
So once we get all this for you, are you going to get us off planet?
Are we safe, or are we only doing this to save us from you?
Well, I never really thought that you would be interested in maybe a jumping ship. If that's something that you're interested in.
Well, if you're going to launch an all-out war on this city, on this planet,
I could arrange for you escape, sure.
I don't know what we would want to do, but
I mean, if we're literally getting blueprints and designs for something that can destroy a planet, why would we want to be on it?
That checks out to me.
Well, why would we do it if you're going to kill a bunch of people on this planet anyway?
Oh, I never. I never said that. You're inferring that. You're guessing that.
Do you have proof then that you're not going to kill everybody on this planet? How can we trust you?
Well, you can't.
We have no choice. He kills us, finds another group. Then we die for
It's
nothing.
not trust that we're supposed to work off of here, it's fear.
We've dealt with petty things before. We've not dealt with the likes of Luricon or the Moonrender.
I have faith in you. This is why I chose you. I have faith in you. Not only that, you have my nephew here with you. You're very talented. You're very talented.
What are you going to do when the Majocracy is gone?
Well, I imagine it will never be gone. It is likely just become
Wonder-
something else.
What will this mean for the family? Obviously you want us because we are not connected, which means you are going to take over the family?
That is,
Where are my parents?
they're off-world.
I know.
Specifically they're in Jorah. From what I know about, yes.
What are you going to do when they come back?
It should be delayed for some time.
Well, I mean, we have no other choice.
No, and we're wasting time, so.
So we do what you ask. You spare our lives and grant us safety from whatever is coming.
Yes.
And what, we don't get financially compensated at all?
Oh, I trust that you'd find plenty of finances along the way.
At least it's not like a guild where we have to give anything back.
You're not, money is insignificant for this cause.
If we succeed, the money here may not even be worth. Who knows what he's going to do?
You said 30 days.
20.
20.
Well, should we go start planning?
Do you have any sort of lead for us where some of these things might be held?
I only know that the splitter weapon designs and the weapon itself is carried on the flagship Anikitos. It is home of the Sovereign of War. It's one of its primary weapons if it mounts war against another planet or moon.
And you said you wanted the designs for it? Or you wanted
Yes.
the weapon itself?
the designs. The weapon you will not be able to transport unless you steal the whole ship for me. Now that would impress me. Hell, if you can steal the whole ship for me, I'll give you a whole island on Skoralin.
How much control of Skorland do you have?
The southeastern continent. Your uncle went and became king, Fyodor. Come now. Any other questions?
Why should we do this other than to save our lives?
If you were to look closely at your system, the Magocracy, and its history, and what it does to people, this little one here, she could tell you. What you have here, a shout into the wind, and it should be gone. It should not continue. What it does to people, its own people, and other people. How? If you've seen it. His people. And his people. My people. Zegan. Yourself.
Can I make an insight check?
Absolutely.
You've been watching us. What do you think of that?
Him? I'm not sure yet. I've been thinking of it quite some time. It reminds me of, It reminds me of Restrar, a friend of mine back on Skoralin. I might be able to provide you with information. I know very little, though. I'd have to go digging.
And what of my family? Will they be safe as well? I've got a mother, a father, and a brother somewhere.
Well, if they're in the deep slums, they will be quite safe.
I don't know where my brother is.
I see. For you, I will see if I can find him for you.
I've been a pawn once, working for my life. Wouldn't like to see that again. Offer a trade. Our services. And he pulls the feather from his hat.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only thing I found from my home after I was taken. Find me some leads, and I'll hold it up to your Alshai.
Relshai reaches down forward towards you, and the feather pulls to his hand out of yours. And he takes it and hands it over towards the wall, and a hand reaches out of the wall and grabs it and pulls it into the wall. This I will do. Contact me through this device. He picks up the notepad that he took off of Daz. Get in touch when you're ready to move on from It sounds like you will be starting at the splitter. Contact me and I might have more leads for you.
Sounds good.
Happy hunting, my friends. And he backs into the darkness, and you can see his shadow just climb up the fire escape and then into the upper wall of the building. Looking up after him, you see clothes hung out on clotheslines, pair of shoes over a wire, and very little sunlight gets into this alley.
Well,
Dad's still there.
Daz's body is still hanging there.
we need to get out of here.
Do we want to go
Yeah.
back to the apartment to talk? This was a lot of information.
Sounds good to me.
Zirma, kind of in the back of the group, then as you turn to leave the alley, she nods at everyone and she turns and leads the party back to DJ's apartment. It's rounding about rounding about 9:30 in the morning now. As you make your way back to the apartment after speaking to the guild, back into your dwelling place and abode. It's not as wet as it was before, as everything was sealed up. Stan is in his little, in the bathroom, enjoying his time in there. The place is as you left it.
So what is everybody's initial concern? I figured we should all be on the same page, especially if we're working together for our lives.
My concern is how much damage he's going to do. Taking down the Magocracy is not a bad thing. If you've seen into the deeper depths of it, if you've seen what my family has had to do, if you've seen what they hire people to do, taking down the Magocracy or putting it under different management might not be a bad idea.
You're worried about the people. Or the planet.
Yes.
Alright. Flint?
I have no feelings for the Magocracy. You were lucky enough to leave Dror as a child.
So what is your initial concern?
That it won't just stop with the Magocracy.
Deidre?
I signed up to help people, not hurt people.
To be fair, it doesn't seem like any of us signed up for this at all. He kind of hired us from the shadows.
Yeah, but
Not really hire, even force.
what you don't see is that people are already hurt. I have no concerns.
No concern. Zero.
She's through the living space over towards the kitchen, putting a tea kettle onto the stove top and getting it going.
Do you have any concerns
What about?
about Uralashai? About what he sent us to do?
Well, what did Vodia say?
Vodia said no concerns.
No concerns. She just starts setting out teacups.
Can I make like an intelligence check? Like, is what everybody's saying, like, is that adding up? Like, is it more than just like is it more than just like Lorcan being a dick? Like, is there actually like
Problems.
yeah?
Roll an intelligence check.
I'm really good at those.
Yeah, you are.
I'm like the best at
The
intelligence
best.
checks. A 12.
Nice.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good for you.
For me.
For you, Jake.
As you start thinking about it, what they're bringing up, it can be pretty. It can be pretty haughty. It can, like, a lot of the sovereigns aren't nice people. One of the nicest sovereigns you ever met was actually Pirifid,
Mm-hmm.
but she wasn't a Tilianite. She's one of the few sovereigns that's not a Tilianite.
I want to go talk to my dad.
Okay. Are you leaving now?
Are you guys okay if I leave for a little bit?
Where are you going?
I want to go talk to my dad.
About what?
He's lived off world and I haven't. I want to know if it's bad here.
You do realize you cannot tell him of
I won't
anything of
tell
the
him.
plan.
I won't tell him anything. I just want to talk to him.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Not that I'm great at these. Oh, okay, not that bad. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
Can we come with you?
Yes, would you like to be alone?
I don't.
I've never met your father, so I don't know what he would think of us.
I don't know how safe it is for
Yeah,
us to
especially going by yourself.
Maybe just like one or two people. I don't think a crowd's gonna be good for him.
Alright.
I will stay here and plan if that is the case.
Is there anyone specifically you would like to join you?
Zeke and Zirma, do you want to come with?
Sure.
Okay.
Real quick, Obi, do we know the names of the Sovereign of War and the Sovereign of Defense?
Yes. Yeah. You met the Sovereign of War's little sister.
Okay, so it's her little sister.
Yeah, that you met in the
Gotcha.
gun shop.
I had it written down that it was the sovereign of the military. That's
Yeah.
why I was lost.
Yes. Same person. Sovereign of the military, Sovereign of war.
Okay.
That's
Right,
Taliath, Calco.
And you want he wants the algorithm sent from the Sovereign of Defense's
Yes.
personal terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we know the name of that one?
His name's Rin. R-Y-N. Lorukan.
Larukan?
Yeah.
Have we had any No, we haven't had any interaction with him.
Roll a history check for you.
Okay.
You can.
My notes. There we go. That is going to be a
If we want to talk and make a plan, I can go
10.
later too.
A 10? You'd remember a little bit of gossip about him. He's not from Pegalias, the city that you're in. He lives on the Metal Coast.
okay. So
Which is-
he's from the planet, but not.
Yeah, he's from the planet, but he and his family estate, like their villa that they call home, is in the Metal Coast, which is the city that spans the Jaldith Sea along the eastern coast of this continent. The gossip is he's come here after his father gave him the position,
Okay.
to kind of hammer down on Pegalias a bit more with police and other stuff. But you can't recall if you've had the pleasure of meeting him at a gala before in Clear Sky.
Wesley is his word. The one that was yelling in the ignorant field on the last episode we did, that's his word.
That's his
Mhm.
word.
Deidre, I think it's best that we do this soon rather than later so that we can get all of our extra curricular business aside because our lives are on the line. So I'd say maybe we deal with this now,
Okay.
just to get it out of the way.
Okay.
Teapot goes and she goes and grabs it, takes it off.
It's not somebody cutting through the wall of the house.
Yeah, she starts pouring teacups to all of you and sets them out, but she kind of just starts pacing with the teacup in her hand, thinking.
So we know that we have to get access to Colcum? Is that the name?
Calcum.
Calcum. We have to get access to Calcum's ship.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a dinner coming up with all the sovereigns. With my godparents.
Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, if they all show up.
So we will need to figure out either a way to get to what's his name? Rin.
Rin.
We'll need to get to Rin's either personal or work terminal to send a message from it or
That
send
also-
data from it.
It also depends if he has that in the same place. They might be
Oh,
in
it
two different
won't.
places.
I'm fully assuming that we will have to get it from somewhere else. But if you could either at that meeting, it would not be bad to figure out where he lives.
Yeah.
Or try to figure out or where he hangs out for work, or if his hot-headed secretary sends emails for him, sends messages for him, sends data for him. He could be the fall man.
Yes, that man Wesley might be our in.
I would love to frame him for something. He spilled a drink on me on purpose last time we met. He's a jerk.
If that would make you feel better about this,
That might make me feel a little bit better.
seethe. Let that anger seethe.
Does anybody else need anything while we go?
Well, on the first note though, talking with Calcom, when Baccharis was with us, and that day we went off and did some shopping and got those hot peppers, which was pretty funny. We got those hot peppers and stuff. He did run into a gun merchant, arms dealer. That was the sister of the Sovereign of War.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
She's, I believe, next in line.
I think there was one more that was already chosen before her, but she's very close.
Mm-hmm. Well, Elioth and Rin kind of have a thing.
Okay.
Like, we don't talk about them having a thing, but they have a thing.
So they are friends in the night.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. They're like always like doing this like weird thing where they're like friends and they sit next to each other at dinners, but like they touch each other a little bit too much and it makes everybody else feel uncomfortable. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say is if we could become friends with the younger sister, we might be able to get either access codes or I'm a purveyor of technology and stuff. Well, she's
Yeah.
a purveyor of guns.
Mhm.
Cool technology interests me.
Mhm.
Cool weapons may interest her. We may be able to get to the stinger directly.
She might have access.
She might have access. She might have looked into it before. She might know where the blueprints are kept, or know.
Or know how to get on the ship.
It's true.
So if we showed an interest in that, and been like, "Oh, that was so cool. I would love to ever be able to see that," or something of that nature, she may take us to it.
Wonder if I could have my godparents arrange like a tour.
What would we go under the guise of is the question.
Yeah, would we be able to disguise it?
Well, yeah, we would go on a tour of the ship so that I could learn more how to recruit people better for her. Maybe, I don't know.
A recruiting exercise.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm supposed to be doing, and I haven't been doing it a lot lately, so like, I don't know.
That may work.
Alright. Well,
Yeah.
so let's get unfinished business out of the way so that we can figure out how to save ourselves. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's go. Izuma zooms out the door, walks very briskly, turns around, forgets that she has her teacup in her hand, goes back, sets it on the countertop, turns back around, heads to the door, and you all head to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Where does your
Where does my father live, Obi?
roll a history check?
Oh no. Get outside. So where are we going?
Shit.
I don't know.
It's been a while. Hey, that's a dirty 20 because I rolled a 19.
Hey! Nice. He lives in some of the highest parts of Mural Heights,
Okay.
closest to the elevators that lead into Clear Sky.
Okay.
So, as you make your way through the Mural Heights district, up some pretty vertical stair sets, catwalks, you have to catch a cab to quickly get from the side of Mural Heights that you're on to the other side. So go ahead and mark off 5 silver
Okay.
for the cab ride.
Mhm.
Very short one. And you get out of the dirty orange ferrying carriage that kind of flew you through this part of Mural Heights and out onto the metal streets that are right in front of a very large and very well built pretty apartment complex. It's very shiny and glossy, made of just this white marble
Mm-hmm.
that shoots out. And you head inside and go to the place that you remember him staying in.
Okay. So there's a reason none of you guys have ever met my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. And I knock on the door.
And you give a good knock, and no one answers for about 2 moments. A good 20 seconds, no answer.
Give it a second.
And you hear cling, 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 cling,
There it
inside.
is.
So, should I be worried for my life again?
No, maybe just your mental stability.
From inside. Something slams on the inside.
I think there's 3 more.
The doorknob slowly turns. And the door opens with a chain stopping it from opening anymore. And peeking out, the father was ASMR, right?
Yeah.
Peeking out a very, very pale face that has freckles of gold. It's like his skin, his white skin is chipping away to gold underneath. And on the right side of his face is a large scratch mark of what looks like 3 fingers that has run down the right side, peeling away white to gold. And his eyes are very dark green, bald head. He has a mustache that is of just stark black hair, kind of looks like marker, that's just only a thin line above his top lip. And he's pretty tall. He's about 6'1", and he opens it slightly with slate gray, almost like wife beater, like tank top. And he opens it.
Hi, Dad. It's me.
Oh,
Oh no.
Deidre, your child. You raised me and stuff.
My dear, oh my. And the door opens up. Come in, please, come in. And he turns around and begins going back into the apartment. As you step in, you're wafted with the smell of intense smell of lavender, and that's all you smell. But his apartment is overturned.
Mm-hmm.
His refrigerator is completely upside down, and the freezer's on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and the legs are up in the air. His stove is tilted over onto the countertop. It's not on all fours. And across the back wall above the living room, all of the couches and furniture are stacked Tetris blocks in the corner, and on one entire wall is just pictures and newspapers and maps with red lines all over the place. And he goes straight over to it, picks up a green bottle, and whoop. It is beautiful, isn't it?
What is it?
Yeah, you don't All of this work. I can't believe it. All of this work?
Can I tell what it is? Or
Go
is
ahead
it
and roll.
literally
Yeah,
just...
roll an insight check.
Okay, 26.
26. Looking at the stuff.
Another 19.
Actually, all the red lines
Mm-hmm.
that are drawn between stuff, when you go to like stand right behind him and like right in his area and look around him to see what he's looking at, the word lies is spelled out in red, in the red twine that's drawn between everything. And he's kind of just standing there pointing at it with his right hand.
Is it just like yarn artwork?
Yes. You don't see any connection between pictures.
Wow, Dad, it's beautiful.
I lean over to her.
I told you I was sorry.
Who is this?
These are my friends. This is Zegan and Zirma.
Hello.
Hello, what is your name?
Nice to meet you. I'm Julian. Julian, yes.
Julian.
Yes.
Nice to meet
So
you.
nice to meet you. Yes, it's so good to meet you. Make your acquaintance. Yes. Welcome to my home. What brings you here, daughter?
I wanted.
Okay.
Yes, it's exactly what you think it is,
What are
audience.
you doing? Wait till you meet his pet dog.
No. I wanted to talk to you, about kind of your experience when you moved from, home to here.
Yes. Yes, of course. How could I be so blind? Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I suppose I must tell you, I flew into Merrill Station. Wanted to get a bite to eat, and I went into a nicer part of town, and there sat a beautiful woman. So magnificent. And I approached her, I walked up to her.
I lean over to Deidre. Deidre, I don't think this is the story we're looking for.
And I leaned in and I got so close I could smell her breath. I looked deep in her eyes, so deep, so close. They were like oceans. And I touched her face and I said, "You're beautiful." And then we made love.
No, okay, that's not exactly what I meant.
This is a great first time meeting the parents. So
Yeah, it's great. I think I was talking more about, what did you think of the government when you got here? As a diplomat.
Oh, he's rolling really good on his history check. Oh boy. Food? Lunch? Did you have Lunch yet?
I kind of look around at the kitchen and I'm like, yeah, actually, we're on our way.
Oh, quiet. We'll make you lunch. And he goes over and he starts, like, getting into the refrigerator and getting out pots and pans. Opens up the refrigerator that's already upside down. Everything just falls out of it. He goes through the stuff that's on the floor.
This is why I moved out.
As he's busy, can I make a perception check and, like, take a look around?
Absolutely, yeah. Roll a perception
See
check.
whatever I can find. Oh, 18.
You would walk around, you'd see everything's turned over. Part of the carpet is ripped up in the corner, at the edge of where it like meets the corridor that kind of leads further into the apartment. It's just like torn up, and there's actually like a carpet removal tool like still there. Like he was gonna change his carpet and then just like decided right when he started that he's not going to, and then didn't put it back.
It's been there for 10 years.
It has. It has. The door leading out to the balcony off of his apartment unit is like straight up like construction staples stapled shut like through the glass, so the glass is like cracked. One part of the bigger staples into plaster, the other part into glass, so it just broke his glass balcony door. He has no television as you look around, and you would see also the red yarn out art lined up, and with that good of a roll, you'd see that it says lies. But
Okay.
he's like putting out pots and pans, and he's putting stuff in, and he starts cooking. What you remember to be your favorite, actually, is
Is he still the ambassador?
you never actually have been able to figure that out. Roll a history check for me.
Or maybe that's a -1 to the government here.
You could do an insight check too. If you'd like.
If it's insight, then
Okay.
it's a 25.
Yeah, with insight, putting stuff together, he wouldn't be able to afford this place anymore if he didn't have the position that he
This is a public official.
however, you would guess that maybe he got demoted a little, like that would be like, you look around, you see some of his awards that he had as a employee are kind of like turned upside down all over the place. And he hasn't had one in the past 5 years because he had them kind of stacked up very neatly in a display case, and now they're all like, a lot of them are turned over, and he hasn't had one in like 5 years. There's like a little shrine to him being the employee of the month at one time.
So about moving here, what was your first impression of like the system of sovereigns and everything?
Great, wonderful, yeah. You know, all of the history aside from years past, it's good. It's wonderful. Easy people to work with, you know.
May I ask a question, Mr. Julian?
Mm-hmm.
The whole upside down thing you got going on in this apartment. Why? Why is everything flipped?
What do you mean?
Talk about it.
What do you mean?
Oh, said your home is lovely.
Roll a deception check.
Great.
Oh no.
That's a 16.
That was cocked. A 16?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Rolled a 12. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Am I getting any information out of him today? Like is he having a good day or a bad day?
This seems like a good day.
Okay.
Seems like a good day.
Yikes.
On the really bad days, he doesn't recognize you.
Okay.
Really bad
Yeah.
days. But the good day, like he's somewhere in between, like one of those really good days and one of those really, yeah. But
What do you think about Rin? Do you think he has, like, the best interests at heart?
I see what you're doing here.
What?
I should take Mort for a walk.
Sir, I love this line artwork with the yarn that you got going on here. I see that it says the word lies. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Some of my best work, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me your inspiration behind the piece?
Oh, if you notice all of the clips underneath the pins where the red is drawn, it yes. As he points to it, and you go in, and if you'd like to look closer,
Yeah.
You read the lines from the articles that the pins are placed in. So, like, you read one, population growth under control, pin in it. You read line, agricultural work, like agricultural concerns under control, pin in it. Like,
As I noticed this, I motioned to Deidre to come read the lines, but try to keep him in conversation. Did you say taking something on a walk? Do you have a pet?
yes, I don't know where he is.
I also have a pet. Mine doesn't go on walks, though.
Really?
Yes. He kind of has a mind of his own. And I'm just, motioning for Deidre to come, read all of them. I'm pointing where they are.
Don't all pets have minds of their own? Don't all pets have minds of their own?
He just kind of has a temper. That's all that I meant.
He quickly walks back deeper into the apartment. Just disappears.
I go over and start reading.
Yeah.
Start looking closer.
You see a line that reads Prevalence Finale. You read mining operations gone smoothly. You read Scorin officials and Magocracy on good terms. Because you go through, each pin has red lines drawn to it and specific phrases that are bracketed out. All of them concerning, reports that certain things are okay.
I lean over to her. If he doesn't talk to us, I think that this is enough for what you're looking for.
I think you're right. think you're right.
I'm very interested what kind of pet this man has, though.
Has he had Mort since I've lived at home? Have I met Mort? Do I know
you
what
don't
a
know what
Mort
he's talking
is?
about.
I don't know if Mort is real or not. It's like a 50-50 chance, probably.
Yeah, that sounds about correct. Mister, have you found your pet?
Where is he? Did you find him out there?
Can I look?
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
That's a nat one.
No, you look around, you don't see him anywhere.
There's too many upside down things.
Everything is
Like-
upside down. Everything that's not nailed down is upside down.
Guess we'll wait for him to reappear.
5 minutes. 10 minutes.
Dad, have you?
Yes?
Where's Mort?
Where is he?
I don't know.
I
You're.
thought you were looking for him.
What are you doing back there? Are you looking for him back there?
No, I was napping.
Oh, okay, Dad. Love you. We'll see you later. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
He's not gonna remember I said that.
As we walk out, don't forget that you have some food on the stove.
Yes. What? You're making food?
No, you left some food out.
Oh, yes. I will eat it, yeah. Thank you for making food.
There's no like appliances that are currently on
No.
and like going to
he
burn down.
didn't, He never
Okay.
turned the stove on.
Okay. Okay. Great. Fantastic. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna head out?
We will have pan-fried seal gull some other time.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Yes. We'll take off.
All the
Yeah.
food, all the perishables, we did not put back in the fridge or freezer. He just put it all out on the ground.
Back.
I'm sorry. He's gotten a lot worse than what I thought he was. This is why you don't go to the soul fountain and try to live for thousands of years.
Isn't your family in government?
Yeah, no, he's an ambassador. Or
Currently.
diplomat or something, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think that, yeah, I think I'm on board now.
Wonderful.
I think I'm on board now.
I guess we'll go back to the
Yep.
apartment.
Yep.
Is you walk out and you turn and Zirma turns with you. You catch a glimpse of Zirma. She is like stricken pale with anxiety with how that place looked, and everything about that was bad. She's like,
That's why I moved out at 16.
oh
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And you walk back to your apartment. A few blocks away, a cab ride, another
Yep.
5 silver if you will.
Yep.
And you get back at around, say, 10:30, 11 in the morning. What's everybody, what do they find you doing as they come back to the apartment?
Flint has his book propped up
Mm-hmm.
behind the sink,
Yeah.
wearing an apron, washing dishes, and reading at the same time.
Amazing. You'd get a good hour of reading down with that. Probably a couple, actually, but
I would have spent my time. Does the Admiral Guild have a library to access, or they have to go to the actual
at higher levels they do.
at higher levels? Okay.
It's literally just an MLM.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah. And then is there like a Google in this world that I could look stuff up?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I would have spent my time trying to look up gun terminology, like daily vocabulary, trying to memorize as much as I can about the guns.
Duolingo for guns.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check. Just
Duolingo.
you can roll it. If you have history proficiency, go ahead and roll with proficiency. This is just how well you're gonna memorize these terms.
He
Okay.
gets on GunTube and gets on all the government lists. Ooh.
Oops.
Everything from Demolition Ranch all the way to
FPS Russia.
FPS Russia.
Oh,
That is gonna be a 23.
Oh yeah. You go through everything and you're like, oh well, a lot of that's just named for what it does. Trigger, extractor, loader, firing pin. Yeah, it all makes a lot of
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, and I'm just spending my time trying to get fluent in gun talk
Okay.
as
Fluency
much as one does.
on the way to fluency in gun talk. Roger that. Good stuff.
Vodia would be out on the balcony, just probably playing with her knife in deep thought by herself.
Okay. Wonderful. And you would, Vodia, from outside, you'd hear the door open and close of people arriving back at the apartment.
Stand up and go back inside then.
Okay. And you'd find and meet Zegan, Deidre, and Zirma getting back.
All right. Is there any other business that needs to be taken care of? Are we all on the same page?
I think so now. Yeah.
So where do we want to go? Do we want to go see the sister?
I think that might be our easiest way.
Is it best for us to all go together? Or
I don't think splitting up is a good course of action.
Yes, but
currently.
also a group of 5 walking in, or a group of 6 walking into a shop might be intimidating.
yeah.
Or some of us could stay outside.
Or maybe if we could watch it for a day or something, or look and see if there's a lot of traffic in and out. Just don't all walk in as one group.
Mm.
We could walk in smaller pairs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
something like that might not be a bad idea.
But then it would be like, I don't know, if she would see us together, like if people saw us together again later, it might be kind of like, oh, you guys were like being sneaky.
That's true.
Should we get masks?
Ooh, like disguises?
So if we don't want people to see our faces?
Yeah, my face
mean,
is
that's-
probably my most identifiable feature.
At that point, yes, that probably is not a bad idea. Especially if we do need breaking and entering. For this first trip, I don't think we'll need masks, especially if we're going in just as information gatherers or gun enthusiasts.
Sure.
All right. So should we head out and get this started? All right. I think we're gonna head out.
Okay. You grab your things. What are you Are you taking all of the equipment that you need, like your general like backpack and all of your gear, everything as you head out?
Specifically, I'm going to prepare essentially the setup that I had on one of Baccaris's guns, the reloading shot, the one that reloads it, that was using the energy. I'm gonna like prepare one of those so it can be attached pretty fast to a weapon.
Sure.
Before we leave, but
Okay. Good.
Yeah. I'm bringing all my stuff and Irio as
Okay.
well.
Gonna bring that around. All right. Good. So you head out from Mineral Heights to the military district. South. Past the center of the city. You travel. Go ahead and give me a marching order.
I guess I'll lead.
I'll be right next to him in the front.
I'll be bringing up the tail.
Caboose.
Be in the middle,
Middle.
reading my book.
Oh, right? How long is it gonna take me to read? He spent like an entire day just reading and he's still not.
You've been reading that book for a really long time.
Yeah.
Why?
So, I lost all my pamphlets, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying. This book is showing me ways that make better. I'm thinking about doing business cards instead.
Oh.
Just, you know,
Yeah.
just learning how to kind of market a business, you know.
Yeah. I have handkerchiefs embroidered with my name that I give to people.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I should do swords or something like that.
That sounds really expensive.
Maybe not swords. Maybe,
Maybe
like
knives.
knives. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Dull knives for practice.
Or throwing knives. Ooh, throwing knives. That'd be good.
I don't know if that was Flint or Evan. Ooh, throwing knives.
It's a little expensive.
But if I get more people,
Might be
it might be worth it.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
He's 3.
Okay. You're travel through the stations, the metro lines of the city, on and off, station transfers. Everything goes well. Midday, around 1 o'clock, it's kind of busy, but that's the city all the time. It's fast paced. Everyone's out and about. And you manage to get into the Basilan Station, the Basilan district of the city, which is kind of just in the roundabout area of the stadium, of the arena. Go ahead and roll another d6 for me.
Another 3.
Nice. And moving about, you get on a metro car that's quite a bit more run down, has some graffiti on it. You step inside, it's empty, and you take it quickly further south to the Ambition Towers. Towards the military district. You exit the station, and immediately you are met by the bright sunlight, sprinkles of rain, and far above, in between the towers, hundreds of feet into the air, maybe thousands, probably, is the giant flagship parked in between the 4 towers that are up there. Massive. You're making your way back to the gun store? Okay. Through the crowds, through military personnel on their way to different duties, you make it back to the, what was the name of it? I'm trying to find it in my notes.
I think I have notes from that session.
It's okay. Silly me. You make it back there. Sign says open.
Fyodor, you were here before, so you know what the sister looks like.
Mm-hmm.
How about, because we said not to go all in at the same time, how about we break off into groups? In the first group, you will go, so that
I'm okay
you
with
know
that.
if the same person is working or not.
Yes.
Alright, how do we want to break this down?
Have I met her before?
You probably would have in passing, yeah.
Okay.
She's not very friendly.
Okay. She attend banquets and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At banquets, sometimes she'd tag along with her sister here and there. It's her job.
Probably gonna recognize me, so,
Well, I have an idea. Vodia. First of all, how young does Vodia look? Does she could she pass as a child?
She's very small and from a lack of nutrition, just is very small, even for a halfling. So could probably pass as a child.
Okay. Why don't you come in with me first? Play along. I have an idea.
Okay.
Stepping in.
The clean smell of the store and oil.
At first, I'm going to go and look and see if there is is there like display shelves,
Yeah.
or there. Go and see if I can find any displayed revolvers or something of that nature.
Yeah, there's some displayed revolvers. They're behind the desk, but a desk where no one's at right now. The countertop, actually. There's kind of a point of sale over by handguns and such. Maybe some revolvers
And
on
I
it.
will start describing to Vodia all the different parts that I've just learned. And like what all they do and stuff like that. And describing to her as if I was teaching her what they are. And not quietly about it either.
Okay.
Kind of not like yelling, but
Yeah.
not worrying if anybody hears.
Okay. Perfect. Good. And after a few moments, out from the back walks a taller woman with dark black hair.
Is it her?
It is.
Okay.
And she slowly makes her way around to the point of sale where you're standing.
Oh, and you see, this is the barrel, and that is where the bolt goes pew pew through it.
Do they all say pew pew?
Well, no, that is just, it makes a loud bang. But yeah, and you put the a lot of times the bullet has a brass casing, and then it has gunpowder in the back, and then a lighter on the back of that, and then it has the lead bullet in the front that flies out once the gunpowder is ignited.
Logan did the research.
In this world, that's how guns work.
It's a homebrew
I
world.
couldn't have been too far off. Close. Primer instead of igniter, but
Primer, okay, the wrong word. The right mindset.
yeah.
You, she stands there kind of just staring at you as you talk to the little one chewing gum.
Oh, hello. Oh, sorry, I've been, just teaching her, that, how some of these guns work, and, cause it was just something she's learning, and, how technology can interact with weaponry, and kind of going through some different things. I'm training her to be sort of a engineer, inventor.
Sure. You want a catalog?
That would be great, actually.
Okay. And she walks around from the point of sale over across the store to like the front where you came in, right next in a little display like wire grating holding of magazines and stuff, and she grabs a catalog and walks back across the store to where you easily could have grabbed one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it over there. That's my bad. Do you have like a favorite gun here, or a favorite one of your own?
Not really. No.
Not really. Do you shoot?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I had a friend that shoot, that would shoot every now and then. I haven't talked to her for a little bit, but as actually this was one of the pieces of technology that I had invented, and I'll actually pull out the attachment for the weapon
Okay.
of the repeating shot infusion, and so yeah, this was actually something I was working on for her. It eliminates the need for excessive amounts of ammo, and this is why I was showing her how a gun actually works, so she would maybe be able to invent stuff like this in the future as well.
That's should be careful with that.
Oh, this is just the attachment for
No,
it.
no,
This is-
that attachment is prototypical of it's prototypical of some military energy rifles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is used? Something similar to this is already being used?
Very.
Interesting. See, I had kind of invented this in my free time. I thought that it might work, and so created it.
Good job. Yeah, that's
This is made more for a revolver rather than
uh-huh.
military weapon.
You just came up with that?
Yeah. Do you want to see how it works? I could like put it on a gun for you, and you could shoot.
I've shot weapons with similar things. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more research into guns recently. Just trying to
See
know
if
how
we
they
can,
work, and maybe look into getting into that kind of line of work in the future.
We should talk to Zerukal.
Zerikal, is that the first name of?
Yeah,
Versus-
Admiral. Yeah.
Okay.
Zerukal Admiral. He's historic studies sovereign.
Okay. Hmm.
It's a hobby of his.
Oh, cool. Yes, I definitely will do that. I'm horrible at this. Logan is horrible at this. Logan is horrible at this.
The ATF has entered the chat.
After a couple more minutes go by, I'll walk in with Zirma and start like looking at the other end of the store.
Anything else? You need?
Do you have any like? I just need one piece of ammunition so I could show her specifically, or you know, it'd be in this catalog, wouldn't it? Yes. So I'll open up the catalog and point out the parts that I was showing.
I just look wildly confused. He said play along, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Is
You're
there
supposed to be playing with the guns, obviously.
is there a shooting range that is open to the public, or is there some sort of documentation so we could fire a couple shots?
We could get you to sign a waiver, yeah.
Awesome. Let's start that process.
Hold on. She goes to over to the kind of the main area. The handgun point of sale has its own corner, and she walks over to more of the rifle area, larger guns and display cases, and reaches underneath the counter, and you can hear a zzz, tick, 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 zzz, tick, 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 zzz, tick, 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 zzz, tick, 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 tick. She takes paper out and walks back over to you with a stack of paperwork to sign.
Ruby's been practicing his printer sounds.
Awesome. And as I skim through the paperwork to sign,
Sure.
so, doing this research and stuff, I've heard of all different kinds of weaponry, everything from revolvers to the assault rifles. I haven't looked into specifically what any of them do quite yet, as far as how they work. Is there any really, really cool stuff that you would recommend looking into, I guess? Really, really cool weaponry, or
well, what's legal?
yeah, legal, obviously legal to look into, or learn the names of. I'm not
dabbling with illegal shit.
I mean, I'm looking more for names, I guess. Not really. I'm not looking to create them. Obviously.
Sure. And she walks over to and motions you over back to the main point of sale, to large wall, and to a rifle that is quite big. And she takes it off and sets it down. This is civilian. You take it's hunting
Okay.
rifle. It packs a wallop. It's for big game. But we have very few people buying anything like it.
That's fair. There
Yeah.
isn't much big game here in the city. So.
Sure. And she takes the gun, sets it back up on the wall. It's pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that is really cool. Does it have a name? Or you said it was hunting. Is it just called a hunting rifle, or does it have a...
That's I hate to get specific for you. You want me to get specific?
I am here for the information. I love specifics.
And so she just starts. She gets it back down. She disassembles
Does
the
it seem
whole
like
thing.
does it seem like she's passionate about this, or does it seem like I'm that person in Lowe's, that it's a person working there that doesn't love what they do and
Roll an insight check.
Oh dear. Oh no.
This is just her job by default.
13.
A 13. She seems to give off the vibes that this is a 9 to 5 that she makes money at, that she can go and spend elsewhere.
Okay.
But she knows her stuff. She describes everything to you
Mm-hmm.
and gets into a bit more detail.
Cool. Oh, so this obviously doesn't utilize technology like what I made.
No.
That'd be more for the military stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
And so just so I'm on the right page, it is illegal to look up any of the stuff regarding the military weapons.
Not illegal to inquire about it. it's illegal to just build at home.
Well, yeah, obviously. Like, I'm not. This isn't a firearm. I didn't make a firearm.
You made something that alters a firearm, which is.
Okay, I apologize. Put it down.
You don't have to apologize to me.
I'll just put it back in my bag and.
Your business is your business. I
Okay.
think it's cool. That's cool that you did a home project DIY. That's pretty impressive.
So it's like inquiring, like, you always see like the airships going over, and they obviously have self-defense systems on them.
Yeah.
But so like asking about that stuff is like a big no-go.
That's like classified military information, yeah.
Okay.
I'm here to learn,
Well, that's what we're going to take you shooting.
but I want to know about the ships.
Well, we can't learn about the ships. It's
Oh.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yes.
Nice. Or performance, your choice.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh man. What the?
They're both the same.
Well, yeah, they're both the same, but I think I'm gonna roll performance.
Sure.
Okay, that is going to be a 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, little one. It's not like I know much about that anyway.
I mean, legally, going through legal routes. Obviously, it's classified information, but is there a legal way to learn about that? Like, say you're going into the military or something like that. Is like, who would be the person to ask? I guess. I don't want to let her down. You know.
Roll a persuasion check. With
I'm gonna
advantage
like
because
play
Bodhi
up
is,
like the sadness. 'cause
yeah,
I'm
Bodhi is
catching
playing
on.
up the sadness, so go ahead and roll with advantage.
He said, "Follow my lead," and I don't. I haven't known what I was doing for some time. No.
How does that happen?
Don't know.
That's gonna be a 9.
The dice don't want it.
2 sevens. 2
Nice.
sevens.
Nice.
I don't. If I knew, I probably couldn't tell you. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, anyways, at least we could shoot one of these guns and show you how these work.
Yeah. Okay.
He's signing the paperwork and everything. Finish signing. Okay. All right. That's all taken care of. Is there a particular weapon you'd like to fire?
But he's gonna put in the big rifle.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Well, how much does it cost to fire, and what?
For time at the range, you're basically just paying for ammunition. So that rifle's ammunition is 2 gold. So
Fire a couple shots out of it?
and then it's just kind of just a handling fee with so an extra like 5 gold handling fee. But that's like just to cover the fact that you're going to be
Yes, that's fair.
working with it. If you break it, I have to fix it, which would fucking suck. So don't do
I
that.
Do not
maybe?
plan on breaking it.
Yeah. So 7 gold for like 1 shot.
I mean, let's do. What? 4 shots?
Okay.
So that'd be 7, 9, 11, 13?
I hate that math and D&D go hand in hand so much.
She leads you to the back to where the firing range is. And it's a pretty small, just 3 lanes. No one's back there. She carries the weapon back with you, sets it up for you.
Did she go with them?
Yeah, she goes back for a moment.
So there's no one in the front of the shop? Can I look around? See if I
Sure.
can find any, like, files or anything? Like a filing cabinet or something that might store any information?
Yep. Roll investigation check.
18.
Okay. Looking around, you look through catalogs for a bit. You skim. One of the catalogs mentions a mentions an engineer. Goes by the name of Jadal. And the article looks like was written about Jadal as one of the lead engineers on the Anikadas. It doesn't give any information about what specifically he worked on, but it mentions that he was an engineer on it. Are you going checking files too, you said?
I'm not gonna step behind the counter or anything, but just like looking to see if there's like anything that could hold that, like some sort of information that might like it's kept more, trying to cover it up.
With that investigation check, you would see that there's like some like files back behind the desk, back behind the counter. They look like it's like a locked filing cabinet though. There looks like there's a lock on it.
I'll look at Zima. Is there any chance you know how to pick locks?
I could try.
There might be some information in there.
Okay. We on camera. And she points up to the corner of the store. There's a camera, just dull blue light blinking. I could do it if you want me to.
Is there okay, looking at the direction of the camera, is there anywhere in the store that looks like it is not covered, like a blind spot?
No.
Great.
Looking around, there's cameras in every single corner
Okay.
of the building, behind the counter.
If I were
cameras
to
everywhere.
open the door and step out, leaving the door open, would I be on camera?
Going outside, would you
Yeah,
be?
like if I were to open the door and step outside the door.
Yes, you'd be on camera from the counter camera. Point of sale camera. It's a gun store.
Okay. I will, like, he'll put one hand, like, under his coat, like he's almost looking for something,
Mm-hmm.
and as he does so, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and cover up the camera lens.
Which one?
The one that's, like, directly pointed at me.
Okay.
Just to, and then I'll pull my hand back out.
Which one?
So, like, the one, okay, just the one that she pointed at and made me aware of.
Okay.
Just that one.
Yeah, you soil the front of it.
And then I'll just, like, stand there for a little bit, like, see if there's, like, an error or something, somebody comes to check on the camera or anything like that.
You wait for a moment, no one comes.
Okay, how many more cameras are there?
There are.
beyond the area where the filing cabinet is?
All of them cover the center of the store as well as peripheries.
Okay.
You covered 1 of 6. There are 5 others.
I can't. No. Okay.
Back behind in the range.
Yeah.
She sets up a target, sets up the firearm, gun, loads it for you, hands Vodia little earmuffs.
How big is this gun?
It's about 2.5 of you.
Is this like an elephant gun that we're talking about?
This is like an elephant rifle.
Just give like a 7-year-old, equivalent of a 7-year-old an
I see
elephant
her
rifle.
holding this, and I think about. Yes, and so I put my hand behind her shoulder to give her support. I don't know if that's a thing.
The black-haired woman goes and grabs a chair and scoots it up so that you have something to stand on over the, like loading area.
Okay, to be fair, this woman also gave the 7-year-old.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
As if your fingers like inside the trigger well, like she like corrects your finger and is like, gun safety.
I know. I know.
Okay,
I don't know.
have at it.
Okay, she's gonna just she's gonna fire this look of determination on her face. She like scowls and stares at the target.
I'm gonna see if I can help her make sure the gun is pointed
Yeah.
at the target.
Yeah, you're gonna help her aim. Okay, go ahead and
Aim.
roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because you're getting help
What
from
am I
Theodore.
rolling?
A d20.
Just a d20.
Add your dexterity modifier.
Alrighty.
Don't
was
add
it
your
again,
proficiency
she said?
score.
Yes. Wait. That was a lot of words that people were saying. to
Roll it
me.
again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now add your dexterity modifier.
Okay, that's the 5, right? Yes. Okay, that's 13.
A 13. At least you didn't misfire. Your shoulder instantly bruised. You're pressing up against it. Your wrist gets kind of tweaked as you're pressing against the recoil. As it flashes bright, Zegan would hear it out front with Zirma. An explosive rattle. And the target does not have a hole in it. Its target's untouched. A large hole in the concrete in the back.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, she shows you how to reload its bolt, and so you just
That was awesome.
roll again to hit.
Ooh, nat 20!
Oh god!
Plus
Oh
5.
god! No,
Plus
yeah.
5,
Even with advantage, it still doesn't matter. As you got it under control. It just fires right back into the bruise. Theodore, you know it's gonna hurt for her for the next couple of days. Fires out, blasts a large hole in the paper target right in the center of it.
Nice
Trails
shot.
of smoke coming up from the barrel.
Do you want them?
I mean, I could give it a try.
You should. It's awesome.
Okay.
As you turn and make the exchange, if you were to look back behind you, you'd see the black-haired woman. You'd catch her with a smile on her face, and then she'd like quickly, seeing that you'd see her, she would stop smiling.
Rubbing my shoulder.
You gonna make a shot?
Yeah, I will make a shot with it.
Do you have firearm proficiency?
I do not.
Okay, just checking. Go ahead and roll without a proficiency modifier using dexterity.
That is going to be a 8.
An 8. Misses.
We got one more bullet.
Fugian's gonna go over and like give him some pointers.
What do you say?
Yes.
Just you got the aim with your heart.
Wait, with your heart?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh. And as she says that, I'm gonna reach up and click on my armor a little bit to support my shoulder a little.
Okay.
You gotta picture the one you hate the most in the whole world, and then pull the trigger.
As you say that, you see Fyodor get a really, really dark look on his face. Look up. Reload. Aim and fire.
Okay.
It's 10.
Misses. Hits the concrete behind.
I told you with your heart. What was that?
Sorry, that
your
was-
stomach.
It was more anger driven, that is my bad. Maybe the gun is just not the right weapon for me. That is okay.
You prefer something a little bit more intimate with your enemies.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I just don't have many enemies.
What a life.
And I kind of adjust myself in the chair and click off the armor before I stand up so it doesn't like seem too odd.
Zegan, you would hear 4 shots fire off in the back loud. Really loud.
Can I make like a perception check to see if there's any like screaming? Like, are they okay?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, after you got your second shot, would have been like a yeah.
Yeah.
12.
12.
Yeah, there would have been
no.
screaming.
There-
the second shot.
Yeah, the second shot, yeah, there would have been some yelling, but you instantly recognize it as celebratory.
Okay. Is there like a bell on the counter or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm gonna ring the
Service
bell.
bell. Okay, ding!
Oh, now Segan's a
Segan's a
Karen.
Karen.
Back in the, yeah, in the back, black-haired woman just rolls her eyes. Gets the gun, starts kind of cleaning it, but then sets it over on the prep table where there's some cleaning supplies.
Before, I mean, if you have to go help somebody else real quick, and if you wouldn't mind showing us a shot, we can go back out there. I can pay you 2 more gold, and then you show us a shot after you're done helping somebody else.
Sure. Turns around, goes out front. You see a tall woman walk out. Long black hair, strong features. Walks up to the counter, turns almost robotic towards you, and faces you.
Hi. I don't know if this is something that you would be able to tell me. I don't know. I don't really live in this district. I'll flip open the catalog that I have to the page where Jadal is mentioned. This engineer, do you know if he's still like on planet?
Odd question.
I was just looking up some information. I'm a big history person, and so I know stuff that goes into what he was a part of, and I just wanted to hear firsthand experience. Do you know anybody else that might have been on this crew with him?
Immediately coming to mind, Sovereign Ekmiro, probably.
Sovereign Ekmiro. All right. Like he was with them? Like
Yes.
helped in the
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Very, very likely. I don't know.
All right.
It's kind of out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah. I just know I've heard stories about the weapons that were created, and I just figured I'd come down to this district to see if I could find any information. Found this catalog in your store. So.
Where'd you hear stories about that?
I used to attend the academy up in Miro Heights, so I studied history there. So.
Okay. She takes out a notepad, writes something down on a notepad, and like folds it up, puts it in her pocket.
Well, thank you for answering my questions.
No problem.
Then I'll just walk right back to the door.
Oh, quick question. What professor was teaching that curriculum?
Well, I studied with Brutine very closely.
Okay.
He didn't exactly teach me everything, but he might have been the one that helped.
Okay.
Just in my studies.
Takes out the note, writes down on the note again, folds it up, puts it back in her pocket. Anything else I can get for you?
Oh no, that was it.
Okay.
I'll just
Take care. She turns around, walks back out to the firing range. Meets you back in there. Sorry, customer.
It's always great when that happens.
You wanted me to?
Yeah, I want to see you take a shot.
Sure. And she puts on some earmuffs and goes for it. And it's a natural 20. And she just... Target is just massive hole blown through it.
You are really good at that.
It is because she shoots with her heart. Like I said, for you. But you don't listen.
Is that really the secret?
What? What is... She takes her muffs off.
You're really good at that. Like she said, it's because you shoot with your heart. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think of the person I hate the most and just...
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Well, I thought of the person I hate the most, but it's just everything gets a little fuzzy when I think that hard about that.
Should get that checked out. Anything else I can get for you guys?
No, I think. I mean, in my opinion, you probably made return customers. That was really fun.
Good. Glad you had a good time. What was your name again?
Oh, my name is Phil.
Theo. Nice to meet you. And you, little one?
V.
V. Okay. Nice to meet you both. You have a nice day.
Yep.
And she goes and walks over, sets it on the prep table, starts cleaning the weapon to put
I
it
like
back
her.
on display.
She is very nice. And I'll walk out. And
I was talking about the gun.
it was very nice as well.
Wonderful. You walk back out into the slight showers outside, the sun kind of peeking through the clouds that partially reveal the bluish-green sky above. You re-meet everyone outside. Zirma, Deidre, Zegan, Flint.
So, did we find a lot of valuable information?
I think this was it was fun information.
Yeah.
We learned that V can shoot very, very well.
Oh,
I
awesome.
had a good teacher.
Hey, look at this. And you turn and see about 8 large male humans stopping and looking at all of you in front of the storefront. What are you softies doing here?
We are shopping. Why? What are you doing here?
I don't know if I'm much like that. And he just starts rolling up his sleeves and walking towards you, and that's where we're going to go ahead and leave off.
Good old D&D racism.
Hey, baby! Thank you all for joining us. We will be back with you Thursday.
Thursday, indeed.
Thursday night. You'll see us then. We'll be playing some more then. Please join us again. Thank you so much. It's really fun. This is really fun. I'm loving it. Thank you guys.
Real quick before we jump off, I want to thank 331 Eel. You are the first subscriber we have. Woo! Anybody else watching or joining us, if you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, you can actually link that with your Twitch account and use that to subscribe to channels. And we will be getting special content for you, including customized emotes that you can use in chat, as well as some other stuff we'll throw in there. But yeah, be looking forward to that, and we'll see you when we see you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Take care.